Hey guys, this is Mrs. Nightmare here, and today we'll be reading chapter 10 of Free Me, Ben Drown Love Story. Before we get started, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe to this channel if you guys want more creepypasta fanfictions out there. Until then, let's get started. What? Ben, you're not making any sense, I said, backing away slowly. My head hurt. What was he talking about? What did us mean? Ben slumped his shoulders and said, I didn't expect you to remember. We were only little kids at the time. What happened between us, I couldn't remember. Just tell me, please, I whispered. Ben looked hesitant, but balled his hands into a tight fist on his lap until his knuckles were white. I'll show you. A green and red light came again, but this time they were surrounding only me. I looked up at Ben and furrowed my brows, but he just nodded his head curtly. The next moment, we were in total darkness. I could feel the soft grass underneath my knees. I opened my eyes to scan the surroundings. I was in the park, not too far from my home. My eyes spotted two young children sitting on a nearby bench. One strikingly resembled me, while the other boy was a blonde-haired boy about 7 or 8 years old. It was hard to recognize, yet he seemed so familiar. I walked over to them, quickly knowing that this was the only vision of the past. They wouldn't see me. I sat down in front of the bench, watching them. The boy was holding a Game Boy console in his hand, while the little girl was just sat there quietly staring at a far-off object. The look in her eyes were peaceful, happy. It seemed so different than the life I had now. The younger me turned to the blonde-haired boy and poked him gently in the arm. Hey, you want to play hide and seek? The blonde-haired boy just shrugged. Nah, I gotta beat this level. The younger me pouted. You always say that. What's so great about that game anyway? The blonde-haired boy looked at her with a smile. It's a game called Around the World. Here I can be whatever I want. Look. He showed the small Game Boy towards the girl. I see that's a map. It's a level that we are in, a jungle, beast cat, big cities, or other countries, even space. A place that I can't go in real life. My younger self was curious as she leaned forward and looked at the screen closer. But it's also but those places exist in real life too. We're just too little to go yet. The little boy thought to himself for a moment. Maybe if we get married, we can travel the world and actually see those places, you know? He tried really hard not to sound nonchalant and casual, but there was a tint of red forming on his cheeks when he spoke those words. Who was this kid? Really? My younger self asked, with a red face as a tomato. The blonde-haired boy just smiled sheepishly. Sure. Peeking promise? The girl asked. He just smirked and hooked his pinkies with hers. Promise. Then a car horn could be heard in the distance, a familiar beat or rhythm that the blonde boy stood up quickly. Oh, it's my mom. I gotta go. Elizabeth. Hearing my name from this mysterious boy from the past gave me goosebumps. My younger self smiled sadly. Oh, okay. Bye, Ben. Ben. My eyes opened suddenly as I took a gasp of air, and we were back in the woods. Ben sat there in front of me. He was watching my face intently, waiting for a reaction. Then realization hit me like a car. And my memories. Oh my God. I could feel tears run down my face. It was him. The same boy. The same golden blonde hair. Elizabeth, I am sorry. You made me forget you. Why would you do that? Ben looked genuinely upset. His eyes closed, turned dim as he sighed. I didn't want my only friend to hate me. You see the way I am? The horrible things I did? My heart hurt. Literally hurt. Ben, You don't have to lie. I was a completely selfish idiot. I just went inside your head. You erased your memories of me. And I thought, maybe, if you didn't remember me, the old me, you could probably know this past. But I was wrong. And I know you hate me now. Just as it was. I wasted no time reaching forward and pulled him into a hug. But suddenly in the actions most shocked him, he tensed up slightly for a moment. I felt his arms reach up tentatively and hug me back. I don't hate you, Ben. I could never hurt my friend or hate my best friend. Ben sighed quietly. Thank you, Elizabeth. I wish I could feel this. I always liked your hugs, he said sadly. I leaned back and he stared at him confused. You can't feel anything. He shook his head. This body isn't real. I think it's just a hologram only you can touch. I can't feel any physical sensation. I can feel emotions, but nothing else. I frowned. Oh, I don't want to invade your privacy. I'll be in your phone if you need me, but I won't force my way in anymore. I want to be different, he said. Just then, my phone began to ring. I looked at the caller ID. It was Alex. I pressed answer and I held my phone to my ear. Hello? I asked. Hey, Pipsqueak. I rented a few movies and we just should chill out for a bit to calm your nerves, okay? I'm sorry for freaking out earlier. I smiled. Sure, I'll be there in a few minutes. I hung up and watched Ben fade into the green light. I guess I'll see you later, he said quietly. Yeah, I smiled. The green light entered my phone and seemed to briefly flash before shutting off. My mind was racing as I headed home. Erased memories, childhood friends. It was a lot to take in, but I believed despite the look in his eyes. I reached into my pocket and pulled out my keys and unlocking the door, stepping inside. It was awfully dark. The only light came from the kitchen. I hope he didn't start the movies without me. Hey, Welcome home, a dark, familiar voice said. Alex stepped into the light with a grim look on his face. What's wrong? I asked, a little worried. Suddenly he reached into my pocket and snatched my phone away. Hey, what are you? You won't be needing this anymore. I know your secret. Realizing I was in danger, I quickly ran to the kitchen phone and held it up to my ear frantically. The line was dead. Alex, what the hell? I snapped. I told you not to let him in, he said slowly. You can play dumb all you want, but he has you under his control. I cut off all electricity in this house. No phones, no TV, no Wi-Fi. Let's see if he could reach you now. No, you can't, I said, shocked. This is to save you, he simply said. He wasted no time as he held my phone high and with a quick slam onto the table, shattering it. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. I'm glad. If you want more Ben Drowned love stories, check out the playlist that will be popping up soon. Also, if you want any more fan fictions narrations, please check out my other channel, Reading with Blade. which has multiple fanfictions up already. If you are interested in the yaoi experience, check out Tyler O'Connell's channel if you want to go there. But note that channel is only 18 and up. I've been listening to Tyler's stories and I'm addicted to them. Until then, bye guys!